what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Or if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. My name is Ben, aka Ready Set Resell, and here on my channel I basically buy stuff and flip it online for a profit and then share it with you guys in hopes that the information I provide helps you earn some extra income as well. And we're starting today's video out in the eBay room. I gotta go through all this stuff and pull my orders I had over the weekend. I had about 30 to 35 orders that I need to get shipped out, so let's get into it. The first item I need to pull today is up there in that bin with ET. There it is, right there. This right here is a Monster High doll, and it ended up selling for $27. Our next items here are a couple of calculators. These are graphing calculators. The first is a TI 84 Plus, sold for 50 bucks. And then we got a TI 84 Plus Silver Edition that sold for 45. And then let's come down here in bin V for our next item. Somewhere in here we've got a shirt we gotta get out. There it is right there. This here is a Levi's Pearl Snap button front shirt. You can see it is brand new with the tags right there, and it sold for 35 bucks. Then there's this Affliction t-shirt that sold for 18. This webcam right here for 28, a Gruen watch for 27.50, a GameCube controller for 35, and this Canterbury of New Zealand shirt, which did have a little bit of staining, but it still sold for 22 bucks. Oh, this next one's a good one, and it's probably a bolo for a lot of you guys. And for those of you not in the know, bolo means be on the lookout. Basically, just keep your eye out for this brand when you're outsourcing. And it's right over here in bin P. And here it is. This is a good one. This right here is a puffer vest, which is normally pretty good on its own, but I'm guessing a lot of you guys don't know what that brand is right there. That is Orc Industries. It's a pretty good brand to look out for when it comes to winter clothing, and this vest right here sold for 70 bucks, and it's not even cold out anymore. Not bad, not bad. Moving on. Looks like I got a couple Roughwear items to get out. Excuse me, ElfQuest, they're all right here in this bin. First up here, we've got this Roughwear Vert dog jacket that sold for 55. 3 harnesses for the doggos that sold for 30 bucks a piece. And 1 pair of little boots that sold for 25. Some of you guys who have been around for a while are probably wondering where the heck I got more Roughwear stuff from because I was pretty much out of it. Well, last week a subscriber messaged me and was like, hey, I got some stuff, do you want it? And there was some Roughwear stuff in it, so I met up with him and paid up. This stuff is already selling. And actually, that wasn't the only private buy that I did last week. I actually bought out one of my subscribers' eBay stores for 800 bucks, and some of that stuff is already selling. So I'm going to include that clip of that pickup right now. All right guys, I just had to pull over real fast to show you guys in case I do decide to put this in a video. Normally I don't showcase private buys, but this one is really, really cool. Check all of this out right here. Got a bunch of brand new Doc Martens, POC helmets, a ton of POC stuff. Look, it goes all the way back across. The whole back seat's full, and then the entire trunk is full of stuff as well. This was a crazy, crazy haul. I paid $800 for everything here. There's gonna be some good money to be made. I mean, just look at this, look at this. Here's a better angle. All this stuff, and then back in the back seat, filled to the absolute brim. Even down here in the floor section, it's all filled up with good inventory. Like I said, I normally don't show you guys this kind of stuff, but I wanted to get this on film in case I do put it in an episode, because you'll probably see me sell some of this stuff in the future. So just in case, this is where all this stuff came from. So as you guys just saw, there was a bunch of stuff in that pickup. I mean, it filled my entire car. Tons of POC items, plus a few other random stuff thrown in, and I started listing some of the POC stuff, and I've got most of the random stuff listed, and here's what sold so far. This is the first thing that sold right here. This is a Minolta camera SRT 101, sold for 75 bucks. This old Pinnacle Dazzle capture card sold for 13. And then over here in this pile of POC stuff that I have listed but haven't figured out where I'm putting it yet, one of these VPD 2.0 knee pads already sold for $69. Now I've still got a ton of that haul that I need to get listed, but that's just some of the stuff that I listed within the last 2 days, and stuff's already starting to sell, so I'm really happy with that deal. But let's move on to our next item, which ElfQuest is hiding again, and it's right inside this little dust bag right here. These right here are those Tory Burch flats that I just picked up in a recent community sale the other weekend for 2 bucks, and these sold for 35. The next item's up here, and it's a beer tap. There it is, right there. This Founder's beer tap right here, along with the extra topper, ended up going for 35. I've also got that HP ink from my last video, picked it up for 5 bucks, and it ended up selling in 2 hours for 55. This autographed shirt from the Screamin' Cheetah Wheelies ended up selling for 40 bucks. That really cool 1989 Wilton Super Mario cake pan went for 30. This 2010 Randy Orton wrestling figure went for 15. And then I've got a couple more of these patch lots going out. Like I said, I've been selling those lots of 5 for between 13 and 15 bucks a piece over on eBay and Mercari, but I've also been wholesaling them out to you guys who asked, because I did mention that in my last video, but I had a lot of people message me over on eBay, and I can't do off-site transactions on eBay, so if you ever need to message me about anything, don't message me on eBay, because that can get my account banned, so if I didn't message you, that's why. But for anybody who is interested in doing some wholesale, I'm doing lots of 25 patches for $35 shipped. So if anybody's interested in wholesale, I literally have thousands of them. Just hit me up and let me know. Best way to hit me up is on Instagram or via email. Now let's get these last couple of items. The first is down here in bin F, or maybe it's not in bin F. Oops, yep, I meant to say bin P, where we've got this Lululemon jacket right here, which sold for 40. Then into bin C for a jacket. This jacket right here, to be exact, which is this really cool Adidas windbreaker. It's got the black and white stripes all over it, and that guy sold for 40. Sorry, it sold for 42.46. And then the last clothing piece going out today is this vintage t-shirt right here. This is a Vincent van Gogh Museum of Art Philadelphia t-shirt, and it sold for 40 bucks. And the final item going out today is this guy right here, this Cat Eye Velo 7 bike computer, sold for $25. Shoo, that was a decent little sales pool right there. But now let's go ahead and get all this stuff packed up and shipped out. All right, we got a couple packages back too. They're all from Whatnot, I think. Maybe I'll open those later. Maybe not. We'll just see how I'm feeling in a little bit. Now though, I've got a little bit of time before climbing as per the usual, so we will go swing down to a thrift store, see if we can't find some stuff. All right, decided to take the drive down to this Goodwill. I haven't been here in probably a month and a half. So hopefully there's some new stuff, and hopefully we find some good stuff to flip online. Check it out over here. We just got our first piece. Look at this. Vintage Champion Pistons jersey on the back. Hill, I think that's Grant Hill if I'm not mistaken. Not bad. Hold up, there's another jersey right here too. Oh, a Magic one. It is a Champion one as well. Number 32, Shaq baby. Let's see. Oh yeah, Shaq on the back. That is sick. 2 pieces right there. Well, hello there. Look at that. Another jersey pull up. The Mets. This is a Majestic one. Down there, you can see it right there. Cool base on the side. Not bad, not bad. On the back, no name, but the number 21. We'll go ahead and still grab that. These jerseys will do pretty well. At least 20 bucks. Going to be paying $5.50. All right, we'll take it. Alright, I'm going to take a second and show you guys the difference between these two shirts, even though they're the same brand. One of them's worth getting, one of them's not. So both of these polos right here are the same brand. This is a Peter Miller. They're both Summer Comfort, which is what you want to look for when it comes to polos. They go between 25 and 30 bucks, but there's one key difference between both of these polos. This one over here has embroidery on it, and this one over here is a blank sleeve. Usually the ones that are blank are going to sell better than the ones with embroidery, unless the embroidery is from like a really well-known golf classic or from like the Masters Cup or something like that. In general, you want to leave the ones that have random embroidery on them. They just tend to sit longer and not sell as well. The blank ones though sell all day long, so we're going to grab this one and leave this one. Now obviously there are going to be exceptions to that rule. It's not always true, but in general that's the rule I follow. Yo, check that one out right there. That's a pretty cool one. The American flag, all the stars, the stripes, and it's on the liquid blue tag. That is a great tag to look for. Those go very, very well on Whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that and throw it in one of my upcoming auctions. Okay, that one might be something right here. Obama shirts. Some Obama shirts actually have a big following. I get asked for them every so often over on Whatnot, so I might grab this one and keep it
on the side until someone asks. I've got asked 2 or 3 times. $5? Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and take it. I think on Whatnot, if I get the right buyers in there, that might go for 20 bucks. And just like that, we are out of there with our bag full of goodies. Not bad. All right, now I still have a little bit of time to kill, and there's one more thrift store like right down the street from here. It's a little mom and pop shop, but I don't really get too much out of it because they do a lot of like the pallet liquidation stuff, and their stuff is marked at like 70% of eBay prices. So usually there's not a ton for me there, but I think we'll stop in today and see if we get lucky since I have a little bit of extra time.
Welcome to Steak and Shake. How can we help you?
Hi, can I get a large Reese's peanut butter cup milkshake?
$2.56.
Thank you. Don't judge me, it's happy hour. I couldn't resist. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Look at that. They give you such a small spoon. It doesn't even like fit down there. It can't even get past like the whipped cream. All right, let's get back to thrifting. All right, here we are, the next store. It's cleverly named too. Look at that. Thrift store. Pioneer CD player, 21 bucks. Iowa, 40 bucks. Filtration system, 50. Got a nice Omega juicer here for 189. Well, there's a cool little brass swan. How much is he? 15. And just like that, we are right back out. Didn't find anything I want to flip there. Not that they make it super easy. Everything's pretty priced up in that store, but you know, it goes like that. The reason that I was bringing up the high prices in that store is because I always get a ton of comments saying how well priced my thrift stores are and how all the prices are lower here in Cincinnati and how I can find stuff on the cheap. I just wanted to show you guys it's not like that at every store. Yes, I do find deals. Yes, I am able to get some stuff at some good prices, but that's not because everything is priced down. I have to dig through high price stuff just like the rest of you. It's just about knowing the right kind of stuff to look for, and it's about knowing how to adapt and evolve your business model to a changing market. But I'll talk more about that here in a second once we get home.
All right, back home. Now that we're back home, I want to talk about what I mean by needing to be able to adapt to evolving markets. So I'm going to relate this to my own reselling experience. When I first started reselling, I was just doing it as a side hustle while I was in college to get some extra money. I started out by just doing video games because that's what I knew. I was a video game collector. I'd been buying them for a few years, building up my collection. I was flipping some extra ones on eBay, you know, for side money or to get the money back that I spent on pieces for my collection. And that's kind of how I got into the hobby. But then as I started growing and going to these places like flea markets and thrift stores and other places more and more, I started noticing other resellers who also had specific niches that they would buy stuff in, stuff that I had zero experience in, and that got me thinking there's a bunch more ways out there that I could be making money, and that's kind of how I started evolving my business into what it is today. And my business has evolved quite a bit. You might notice in my modern thrifting videos, I'm not really picking up a ton of hard goods from places like thrift stores because, like you just saw earlier today, a lot of the hard goods in my area are either A, priced up, or B, not that good. There just aren't that many hard goods available in my thrift stores. They have 1 or 2 shelves maybe, and they don't restock them super often. So what did I do? This is what I did. I took a look at my thrift stores and noticed one thing they all had in common, and that was that they had a ton of clothing in stock at all times. It didn't matter what thrift store I went to, when I went to it, there was always racks and racks and racks of clothing. They were always bringing out new stuff. They were always putting more stuff onto the floor. So there was a lot of clothing there, which means I thought there could be some good potential. And now, it's kind of my bread and butter. I wouldn't call myself a clothing reseller, but it has become like my biggest or my most common or most frequently purchased item is clothing. And I want to make it clear, when I started reselling, I knew absolutely nothing about clothing. Absolutely nothing. I'd stepped in like 3 stores in a mall before I started reselling clothing. I had zero interest in the stuff. But I ended up deciding it would be worth my time learning clothing because I wanted to adapt to my local market. I wanted to up my reselling game. I wanted to make more money, so I had some extra spending cash on the side, and clothing seemed like it would be a good way to do it. I needed to evolve my video game only reselling business into something bigger. And I know I'm using clothing as the example of the thing I learned, but it wasn't only clothing that I learned. I learned toys because I was able to find them a bunch at the yard sales. I ended up learning books because they were also in abundance at every place that I was sourcing. I learned shoes and accessories and all kinds of stuff. I'm still learning. I'm learning every single day. And that's what I mean by you need to have the ability and drive to want to adapt your business to a market in order to be successful in this field. You know, a jack of all trades, it's like that saying goes, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but is oftentimes better than a master of one. And I really do think that that quote or that saying sums up my reselling business. You know, having a little bit of knowledge in a lot of areas is better than having all of the knowledge in one area for sourcing the way I do. Which is why I'm always educating myself and adapting my knowledge base to different subjects so I learn more and more and more. That way I can source more and more and more stuff. Which brings me to the point of all this. Why am I saying this to you? Why am I telling you this? I get asked all the time what I think is the most important tool or the most important skill or the most useful piece of advice that you could give a new reseller. I truly think that the biggest skill that a reseller can have is the ability to educate themselves, and I think the biggest piece of advice that I could give a new reseller is be open-minded, be willing to adapt your reselling business, be willing to educate yourself on new topics, and be willing to evolve yourself and your business into something that it didn't start out as. Because honestly, who knows where you're going to be in 5 years, what your business is going to look like. You could start off selling video games and end up with all this stuff. I just think that being able to educate yourself and adapt to markets and your willingness to evolve is truly what's going to take you far in this game. I hope all that didn't come off as too rambling and the general idea just came across to you guys. I really hope that this lights a fire under at least one of your butts out there and gets you thinking about some different ways that you can be evolving your business. Anyways though, I'm going to wrap things up here. I hope that you guys all enjoyed this one. If you learned something, let me know what it was down in the comments. And while you're down there, be sure to hit that like button for me. It really does help me out. And while you're down there, consider subscribing to my channel for more content like this. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Till next time, keep on treasure hunting. Peace!